Hello fellow book lovers, my name is Giselle and welcome to the Adventures of Giz. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different type of video. It is called the First Sentence Challenge, and my friend over on Instagram, Mouse That Reads, I will link all of her social media in the link down below. She did a couple of blog posts where she read the first chapters of several books and made decisions from there as to which first chapters grabbed her more and just got a general sense of which books she really wanted to read next. So I have a bunch of books right now sitting on my bed waiting for me to read them. These are all books on my immediate TBR, and I just have been struggling to figure out which ones to read. I know that Mieke at Little Mouse That Reads, she pitted two books against each other, and for every two books that she read, she figured out which one between the two of them won and why they won. And at the end of the video, I'm going to choose three books that I am either going to read in the next 2 weeks in May or in June. So I'm going to go and choose my first book and read its first chapter, and I will let you know how it goes. And our first book is And I Darken by Kirsten White. The unfortunate thing about this is that the first chapter is 2 pages long, which means, I don't know, is that more of a prologue than a first chapter? I forgot to mention that if the first chapter is a prologue, I will be reading the prologue and the first chapter, chapter 1. So prologues don't count, however, it literally says 1 at the top, which means it is technically chapter 1 and I cannot carry on reading. The first 2 pages of the book are really exciting. We have weirdly a lot of world building is done in 2 pages. It's actually fantastic. I really like the first line. It already opens up to probably what is going to be one of the main themes in the book, and that is the idea that the child being born is a daughter and not a son, and it already speaks to quite a feminist outlook throughout the book and throughout the series, and I'm really happy with that because I'm all for strong female main characters. It piques my interest, but I don't know how much interest it could have piqued in 2 pages. A lot, but not too much, so I will see how I feel about this. And book number 2 is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. This is a fantastic first chapter. I love it so much. We have a really awesome opening line, and it is, I have a heart for every year I've been alive. That is like immediately that catches my attention. I'm like, okay, this is very interesting. I love it. And then we go on to figure out that we're following a siren, and I like her. I really like her. Her name's Lyra. This over here says a princess must have her prince. The ending of the first chapter is that exact line, and I love that. It's really exciting. I have no idea what this is about, but I'm excited to go in and see and carry on and figure out what this is about. So for the first 2 books, And I Darken by Kirsten White and To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, I have decided that To Kill a Kingdom wins the best first chapter between these 2 books. And the next book that I read is Graceling by Kirsten Kershaw, and this is an oldie but a goodie. A bunch of people have told me that I would really enjoy this. The first chapter is fantastic. We meet the main character Katza. We throw us right into the middle of some action scene, and it is really fun. I really enjoyed this. We already meet another character that's very intriguing. Even though we don't know him, I suspect that he'll have a lot to do later on in the books. I think this was a really good one, and I really do want to carry on reading Graceling like now. It is so good. So I'm just getting cold, so I'm gonna go and make myself some coffee, and then I'll be back. So it's actually really cold inside my room, and I've got a blanket. I'm so cold. So I'm gonna read my next book now. Next, I read one of the most surprising books of the day so far, and that is Give the Dark My Love by Beth Revis. So this had a prologue and a first chapter, so I read both of them. The prologue was so good. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I don't know anything about this book. I don't read synopsises. I prefer not to. The prologue starts 6 months after the story's beginning. I'm so excited. This looks like such a good book. I was not expecting this. I bought this because it was cheap. And it has much exceeded my expectations of it. I'm very surprised. So between these 2, it's actually a difficult choice, which I didn't think it would be because I thought Graceling would naturally win immediately. But wow, Give the Dark My Love was really interesting. I do still think that Graceling is gonna win this round, but Give the Dark My Love put up a fight and definitely had a great first chapter. So the winner is Graceling, but Give the Dark My Love was still fantastic, and I am so surprised at how good this looks. Next up, we have the longest chapter I've read so far, and wow, it took me a while to read, and that is from Passengers by Alexander Bracken. There was a prologue, which was good, and then there was the first chapter, which was like 40 pages long, and it dragged out a little bit, so halfway through I was like, I just want this to end, and then it picked up again, so that was fun. I think they could have used a break somewhere in between there. We're introduced to the concepts that we find in this, which is like time travel. I really love the concepts behind it, but definitely, yeah, that first chapter was too long for me. So yes, even though I did like it, I think, wow, if it takes me that long to read one whole chapter, I don't want to know how long it will take me to read this book. It wasn't bad though, so it was still good, but it wasn't absolutely amazing. So I don't know how I feel about this, but we'll see. Wow, this is a fantastic first chapter. I know it's a good book because a lot of people love it, but I know it's a fantastic first chapter because I really enjoyed it. The setting is 1920s New York, and I love it so much. We have this glam flappers, just New York. I love it so much. That beginning was very creepy and definitely opens up to the, I think it's like a murder mystery style book. Not just murder mystery, it's a little bit more of a occult, creepy book, and it just looks so good. That first chapter was so good. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I really want to carry on reading this because I know that I will love it. It just intimidated me because of how small the writing is and how big the book is. But now that I've read that first chapter, I'm like, I shouldn't have been intimidated because I know that I'm going to love it. So between these two books, I'm pretty sure you've guessed by now, The Diviners 100% wins. This one was just a little bit too long-winded, and although it sounded really interesting, I think this setting and this fast-paced, exciting first chapter definitely grabbed my attention, and it was really intriguing and absolutely stunning. Okay, oh my gosh, this first chapter is so good. I really want to read it like right now I want to carry on reading it. I still have some other first chapters to read though, but wow, this is such a good one. I have decided this is one of my 5-star predictions because everybody has told me I will love it, and I'm pretty sure after that first chapter, I'm gonna love it. So yes, this is good. Super interesting. Really exciting. We will probably also have a lot of courtly drama, and I'm all for that because wow, I love courtly drama, and especially this looks so good. Wow, I need to read this right now, but other than that, it is really good. Okay, so book number 8 is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Now this is a book I have been wanting to read for a very long time. Loved the opening chapter. I didn't even know this was set in our world. I feel so useless because I knew almost nothing about most of these books. So that was a surprise, figuring out it was set in Prague. Like, I didn't know that. Anyway, I like that the main character has blue hair. I'm like, okay, cool, I like that. Artsy. I like the opening chapter. I could definitely get behind reading this. However, between The Winner's Curse and Daughter of Smoke and Bone, this is a really difficult decision, but ultimately I think I'm going to have to choose The Winner's Curse just because I loved the world. It opened up some questions as to what is going to happen, what this book is really about, and I'm really excited. This one was also very mysterious and didn't really tell me what was going to happen, but I love that it ends on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So yeah, both of these are good, but I'm going to have to choose The Winner's Curse. The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White. Another Kirsten White book on the list. That opening chapter is rather interesting. It's a little bit dark, but I like that. I really like the setting, and I feel like this will be a really dark and sometimes gruesome book. I don't care about that because I liked that first chapter. That was good. And Elizabeth seems very determined to keep what she wants and get what she wants, and it seems like she will do anything in her power to get it. And I like that about her. I don't know much more about her because we didn't see a lot of her character. We just got a little bit of the past, and basically they're journeying somewhere, so we're kind of seeing where they're journeying and why. But other than that, yeah, I really liked Elizabeth and I like the setting a lot. And the last book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is a book that people have been trying to get me to read for years. and I have never read it, and that was a really interesting opening. There's a prologue written in second person where you are one of the attendees of the Circus of Dreams, and it sounds magical and mysterious. I like it. And then we have the first chapter where we meet, I believe she is our main character. I have no idea, but I think she's our main character. But it was cool, interesting, and we have a little bit of magic in the first chapter, and I'm always excited for magic. See, I'm a little bit stuck between which one to read because this one didn't give much away. It's very mysterious and intense and leaves a lot of questions open. This one introduces our characters really well, and we have the fun setting and a probably exciting plot to look forward to, so I don't quite know which one I will choose between these two. See, this gives me Caraval vibes, and I love circuses and Caraval, and this, I believe, obviously Frankenstein is a well-known classic, and I have read that classic. Have I read it, or did I just read the Spark Notes? And I don't know which one I would prefer. I don't know because I don't know. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the Night Circus because of the intrigue, even though I did really like the concept here, and I like the court or the lady vibe because Elizabeth is all like prim and proper, and I like that, but I like the intrigue in this because it's very mysterious and I don't quite know what the hell is going on, and I thought I wouldn't like that, but I do like it about it, which is weird. So yes, I have chosen the Night Circus for this round. Okay, so I have finished reading the first chapter of 10 different books, and I have separated them into the winners and the not winners. So here are my 5 winners. Out of the not winners, I still think that these two had some really amazing beginning chapters. Okay, it's really difficult to choose 3 winners, so just a quick honorable mention to Give the Dark My Love. I will say this again, I am so impressed. I was not expecting that prologue to be that intense, that interesting, but my 3 winners for the day are Secular Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, Graceling by Kirsten Kishore, and The Winner's Curse by Marie Rutkowski. All 3 of them have something really intriguing about them, and I absolutely love their first chapters. Thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely check out the original blog post done by Mieke at The Little Mouse That Reads. I will link her socials in the description bar down below, so definitely go and check that out. You should definitely give this challenge a try. It was really fun and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more bookish content from me, don't forget to click the subscribe button. I hope you have a fantastic day and a great week.